Here we go.
I'm not going to go on a massive tirade in the film because I'm not surprised by how bad this movie is. It is directed by Uwe Boll, a filmmaker, German filmmaker, notorious for making the worst movies in recent history. The same director who directed disaster pieces such as Alone in the Dark, House of Dead, Blood Rain, In the Name of the King, Far Cry, and so on and so on. Citizen Vigilante is his latest disaster piece starring notorious Annie Harmer, alleged sex offender. Well, not offender, has been, for most of the accusations, has been acquitted of alleged predator. Annie Harmer. This is his first film in a long time, I think since Definitely Now. I did this film because of two reasons. Apparently, he liked working with Uwe Boll and he needed the money. He was paid a $250,000 to do this role. This film was directed and written by Uwe Boll. The setting on a European city where crime is rife. In the beginning, we see a mother walking with her son get randomly killed by a black immigrant. It looks like her throat to get slashed. There's a lot of violence. This film's a very violent film, extremely violent film. This film's been accused of being a far right, a propaganda piece, and anti-immigrant, especially anti-Muslim. Well, pretty much all the crimes are committed by migrants. There's a scene I think where these two white guys are about to date rape a girl, but then Hammy switches drugs around them, and apart from those guys, people say the guys is an immigrant or they're just non-white. Like I said, this film's poor writing, poorly made. It's cheap. It's $2 million budget, and he knows there's a little budget film the way it's shot. The dialogue is laughable. Annie Harmer is only, I guess, his acting is. I'm not gonna say Annie Harmer is a bad actor. He's a terrific actor. Unfortunately, his accusation blacklisted him Hollywood, damaged his career. I can't say Annie Harmer was a bad person. Yeah, the cannibalism was outrageous, but he was found innocent. So I can't say he's a he was found guilty. That's different. We were found innocent. We all have secrets to hide. There's two sides to every person, so I'm not the one to judge somebody's habits. But this film's bad. It's terrible. It's the worst film of the year. Yes, thus far, 100%. It'll probably be my worst film 2026, most likely. But is it offensive? Yes. Controversial? Yes. And Uwe Boll tends to be. I don't know if Uwe Boll is necessarily racist, but I think you just maybe possibly as a marketing gimmick to promote an agenda to get views. I definitely knew what he was doing. By directing this film, trying to get a controversial response from the mainstream, especially from the left. As typical, the left hate this film, and the right, especially the far right, love this film. And it addresses issues such as mass migration and protecting the guilty from facing true justice. Annie Hammer's performance, in my opinion, it's not meant to be. It's definitely not a typical hero. It obviously inspired by characters such as Batman and the Punisher, as well as Charles Bronson character in Death Wish. But he does some questionable thing. He kills an entire family because of the son being a rapist, but then he kills the mother and the father and the sister. That scene proves that this guy's not a hero, in my opinion. well as he kills a random civilian on a motorway whilst kidnapping a judge. So just some questionable things with this guy. And Hammer intentionally made this guy not the most likable. As well, he's been making some very sly remarks about his staff, being too old for the role. So he says his office feels like a nursing home. It says ages as well as racist and anti-homophobic. So, 3 out of 10. Hammer's only decent for his film. He's acting. He does the job well as the anti-hero, I guess. The rest is trash. But I'm not angry because I'm not surprised, because it's an Uwe Boll film. What do you expect? Yeah, I guess that was justified, but people like Musk and the far right using this film as propaganda piece. I get that aspect, but the film itself, I was expecting, Shawshank Redemption, Citizen Kane, Godfather. I'm not expecting this from Uwe Boll. If this was Christopher Nolan, or this was a Martin Scorsese or Ryan Coogler, like a competent director, a proven competent director, then and get to this film, then I'll be outraged. But Uwe Boll, anyways, watch it how you will. I'm not going to tell you it's a crap film. You really know this is a bad film. You have to be a lunatic to say this is actually a decent film. Whether you're far right or the right or centre right or the left, this film is an objectively bad movie. I do feel sorry for you and how many has to do films like this just to make a living, but anyways, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like I say, you gotta do what you gotta do to pay the bills. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I've seen Odyssey. To let you know that I've seen Odyssey. I hope I review this film before I go to bed. That's a much longer film that requires more thought, well, I don't want that film justice because a lot to say. It's a long film, so that film requires more thought and preparation. Anyways, take care, guys. Bye now.
Stay here. I'll be back.